Good afternoon, everyone. Before we formally start the presentation proper, allow us to introduce ourselves. I am John Francis Lausing Sola.
I am Nathaniel Balajadia.
And I am Aimelle Zaragoza.
And we are the researchers. Today, we will present our concept paper entitled Filter Pros and Cons, a Social Media Literacy as a Protective Factor for Body Image. So, let's begin. First, the background of the study. The evolution of social media has been fueled by the human impulse to communicate and by advances in digital technology. As a result, several digital applications have emerged and are continuously coexisting with human expectation and societal influence standards. Standards imposed by what people see on social media as a beautiful also led for the continuous usage, upgrades, and development of app filters. According to PC Mag Encyclopedia, no date, a filter or beauty filters refers to a software that changes the appearance of an image or part of an image by altering the shades and colors of the pixels in some manner. Filters are used to increase brightness and contrast, as well to add a wide variety of textures, tones, and special effects to a picture. Moreover, ISHIA 2020 emphasizes that a beauty filter is a photo editing tool that allows users to smooth out their skin, enhance their lips and eyes, contour their nose, alter their jawline and cheekbones, etc. Current data shows that 55% of surgeons report seeing patients who request surgery to improve their appearance in selfies, from 42% in 2015. Rajanala and Mayamone and Vashi 2018 paragraph 4, the problem is when you altered a photo and the result is you but better version starting back. You may start to get in your head that's what you look like even if you're not. Willingham 2018. Moreover, using a filter is believed to become a cycle in which a number of studies have already linked to depression, body image, anxieties, and long-standing mental health conditions, London 2020. On the other hand, experts believe that app filters have its advantages that lets users' creativity and artistic expression bloom. Harirella 2022 also added that Rich no date stressed these filters are only disadvantages if these are used to edit their photos to fit in beauty standards, which causes appearance-based stereotypes and prejudices. Researchers and agencies around the world had found various solutions to be implemented. The excessive usage of a filter provoked some researchers to come up with solutions towards the problem stated. According to ISHIA 2020, one way we can help young women all around the world and generations to come to love themselves and not let society nor beauty images or filters on social media tell them that they are not beautiful enough is spreading awareness about self-love, confidence, and natural beauty on these social media platforms. With the right resources, we can help the younger generation find beauty within themselves and not through these beauty filters. Aside from researchers, companies like Unilever in partnership with Dove Agency came up with the Dove campaign for real beauty. This campaign is a worldwide marketing campaign launched by Unilever in 2004, aiming to build self-confidence in women and young children. Dove's partners in the campaign included Ogilvy and Mather, Edelman Public Relations, and Harbinger Communications, along with other consultants. The campaign supports the Dove mission to make women feel more beautiful every day by challenging today's stereotypical view of beauty and inspiring women to take care of themselves. Broadbeck and Evans, as for educating and spreading awareness about self-love, confidence, and natural beauty on these social media platforms. Local government units or LGU can help provide this education to younger generations. Even local individuals can do part in attaining such goal. Furthermore, the Dove campaign for real beauty will be an example for LGUs and every individual to initiate programs in building self-confidence in women and young children. Therefore, these solutions were assessed to be attainable and affordable by us, researchers, and LGUs in general. In spreading of awareness and empowerment programs are the solutions we could do for this problem in excessive use of app filter to be addressed. The expensiveness of these programs is as well varied depending on its medium. In addition, these solutions could be done through starting the usage of social media and spreading awareness, empowering individuals, and building self-confidence. Therefore, as a learner, we could contribute something through using the various social media platforms for the benefits of every user and its digital real-life society. Furthermore, through accepting our flaws and or weaknesses, we will find contentment and real happiness within ourselves. We can also contribute to the issue mentioned by promoting body positivity for individuals' physique by changing the discussion from insecurities and scrutinizing one's appearance to focusing on radical self-love. The study helps to provide an objective evaluation of variables in the study to lessen the problems encountered by people who excessively use app filter. Every individual has their unique beauty inside them. With this situation, we researchers decided to conduct a study entitled App Filter Pros and Cons, a social media literacy as a protective factor for body image. Our study will evaluate the pros and cons of the filter and the importance of having social media literacy, especially in today's generation. This study can be used as a basis for future purposes such as studies about this filter, especially that we are continuously experiencing advancement in technology.
Statement of the problem or objective of the study. At the end of the study, the researchers will be able to tackle the pros and cons of using an app filter and to evaluate social media literacy as a protective factor for body image. More specifically, it sought to give the pros and cons of app filter usage, determine the risk when excessively engaged with app filter, determine the importance of having social media literacy, especially in today's generation, evaluate variable in this study to lessen the problem encountered by people who excessively use app filter. It is therefore hypothesized that the usage of app filter has advantage and disadvantage. Moreover, social media literacy is important as a protective factor for body image.
Significance of the study. Significance of the study. This study will be beneficial to the following. Number 1, social media users. This study will greatly benefit social media users for they will gain awareness about the advantages and disadvantages of using app filter. The social media literacy initiated by researchers will be a factor for social media users to be wiser and more literate when using social media, especially app filters. Number 2, scholars. At the end of this study, scholars will have the idea onto why individuals compare themselves to others and insist to use app filter. Thus, they will be more motivated and knowledgeable to evaluate and come up with the solutions to reduce bad effects of app filter and to initiate social media literacy as well. They will also understand the effect of app filter to its user and use these ideas in their scholarly works. Scholars can use the findings of this study as basis of their studies literature review in the future. Number 3, government agencies. Findings of this study will help to develop a curriculum for discussing body image, examining how social influences adolescents and their body image, giving attention to the negative effects of the body dissatisfaction with this by used by the government agency as topics upon conducting symposiums, programs, and advocacies. Number 4, community. Through this study, people in a community will gain knowledge about the advantages and disadvantages of using app filter. In line with that, they can influence each other and spread awareness onto how to lessen the problems encountered by people who excessively use app filter. Number 5, future researchers. This study can be used by future researchers on their studies related to this app filter. Its advantages and disadvantages, and the importance of having social media literacy as a protective factor for body image. Number 6, professionals in the field of psychology. They could use this study to recommend ways for their patients who suffer different behavioral and mental problems because of the disadvantages caused by excessive usage of app filter. Number 7, parents. They will gain knowledge about causes of excessive usage of app filter and its effect to the users that might also be their children. In the way, they will be more aware of what's happening to their children and what they are going to do to help avoid such problems caused by excessive usage of app filter.
Definition of terms. For clarity and better understanding of this study, important terms were defined conceptually. Social media. Social media are the interactive technology and digital channels that facilitate the creation and sharing of information, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through virtual communities and networks. App filter or beauty filter refers to a software that changes the appearance of an image or part of an image by altering the shade and colors of the pixel in some manners. Social media literacy refers to the acquaintance, adoption, and productive use of social media technology in any given settings. It is a complex of qualification that enable interconnectedness and interaction among people via communication and sharing of information. These competence allow one to communicate in suitable manner, to be involved, to cooperate, and participate actively to give and take in the social environment of communication and sharing of contents. A person who is literate in social media forms his or her personality worldwide and manner of social conduct, among other ways, through tools for collaborating and managing information found in the web. Body image. Body image is a combination of the thoughts and feelings that you have about your body. Body image may range between positive and negative experiences, and one person may feel at different times positive or negative or a combination of both. Body image is influenced by internal and external factors.
Scope and limitation. The study aimed to focus on determining the advantages and disadvantages of app filters towards its users. Specifically, the samples are only subjected to learners enrolled in Santa Barbara National Comprehensive High School who actively use social media app filters. A questionnaire will be distributed to gather appropriate data from each of the respondents. Moreover, an interview will be conducted to have more reliable information for this qualitative type of research through Facebook or Messenger and or email. The study will be conducted at Santa Barbara National Comprehensive High School from October 2022 to November 2022.
So we're gonna head to the chapter 3, which is the methodology. A. Research design. App filters, pros and cons. A social media literacy as a protective factor for body image. The study will use descriptive research method, which will focus on identifying the advantages and disadvantages of app filter usage to its users. Interviews, observations, and questionnaires are the tools to be employed in order to find out the effects of app filter usage towards its users, and to initiate social media literacy as a protective factor for body image. The result of our study will be used to provide solution on this concerning issue.
Research environment or locale of the study. The study will be conducted at Santa Barbara National Comprehensive High School, senior high school level. The circumstances that may affect our data gatherings are conflicting schedule, internet connection, external noise, and unclear feedback.
Respondent and sampling procedure. Purposive sampling will be employed in this study. The participants will include learners from senior high school of Santa Barbara National Comprehensive High School school year 2022-2023 who identify themselves as active users of social media and is knowledgeable about the existing of filters.
Letter D. Research instrument. The data gathering tool to be used in our study are online interviews and face-to-face or personal interviews. In the interview, we will be gathering personal information of respondents and provide follow-up questions related to our research objectives afterwards. Recorded answers or response of participant will be gathered and encoded with confidentiality.
Data collection procedure. After the researcher-made questionnaire is validated, the researcher will provide multiple copies that would be sufficient to accommodate all the respondents. The copies of questionnaire will be delivered through online platforms such as Facebook or Messenger. It will be during this day that the researcher will explain the details to help the respondents accomplish the questionnaires and retrieve the responses on the same day. The result of the retrieved copies of the questionnaire will be compiled. Then the data will be analyzed and interpreted through the use of the most appropriate inferential procedure.
Data analysis procedure. The collected data in this study were analyzed using narrative analysis. This method was utilized to evaluate content from various sources, such as interviews of respondents and observations from the field. It focuses on using the stories and experiences shared by the respondents to answer the research questions.
Letter G. Ethical considerations. The following are the ethical considerations to be followed by the researchers upon conducting the study. Before the conduct of the study, the researchers will identify each respondent. The next, the researchers will represent their study to their research advisor and will ask permission to conduct interviews. And the next is, after the consent has been granted, the researchers will be conducting online and face-to-face interviews during their vacant time. And also, the respondents will be asked questions and are required to answer it with utmost honesty. Next, the responders have free will to decide whether to participate or not. The next, the respondents' privacy is important throughout our study. All data will be kept confidential and will be deleted after analysis and evaluation.
That concludes our concept paper entitled Filter Pros and Cons, as social media literacy is a protective factor for body image. Once again, I am John Francis Sola.
I am Nathaniel Balajadia.
And I am Aimelle Zaragoza.
Thank you and good day.